And the moment of truth has arrived, Alex. Lester BATRES Jr., ARLTON Ardrae. Our main event is officially underway.
Yeah, we've seen Lester use quite a bit of his grappling in his fights. He's got good boxing, but he really has the most success, getting the fight to the ground and utilizing, his position control.
Southpaw stance from ARLTON, and then he decides to go back to conventional. Curious which one is his favorite stance, which one he feels more comfortable with.
I know ARLTON comes from Revolution Dojo, and they have a pretty strong judo foundation. I'd be curious to see if he can counter maybe some of this. Oh, no, he cannot. Lester did a good job getting that body lock ride into a trip, into a back take now.
Already. They're early in this matchup. They're not slippery, so this is a good moment for Lester to take advantage of while they're not slippery to secure a submission.
Yeah, against the guy.
Oh, armbar from the back. Good counter there from ARLTON.
Trying to transition to the triangle. So that armbar, I used to think poorly of it, and it may only because if you go for it and lose it, you lose position. I had one of my close friends and teammates in a fight once. He took a guy's back, and there was only 30 seconds left, and he went for the armbar, and he ended up tapping the guy. And if he didn't get the tap and lost position, it didn't matter because the round ended. That's a good lesson for Lester. You win for as long as you can win, and then you take the risk when you have little to lose. Lester quick to get back up to his feet. He's really trying to flatten his shoulders out on the cage so his opponent can't get behind him.
Young Lester BATRES looking for his 4th victory here in mixed martial arts.
Did a really good job fighting the hands and squaring back up and then even reversing position.
Just gaining invaluable experience at a young age. I always forget that I coached the young man when he was like 11 years old. Enjoying this clinch position. Lester BATRES looking for his openings. Double underhook position there from BATRES. See if he can secure another takedown like he did earlier.
Yeah, these guys showing pretty good technical clinch work and wrestling here on the cage. This is MMA. This is effectively the style of MMA. In wrestling, you have to know how to clinch and shoot, but there's no cage. You have to do it all in open water. Whereas in MMA, you have the cage.
Round 2 underway. ARLTON starts off this round, southpaw. Goes right back to conventional. Curious why he does that. Curious to see how that pans out later.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like he's right-handed. Perhaps he just prefers to wrestle or grapple from the switch stance. I mean, yeah, you can see his MO is to close distance quick, which is funny. That's usually Lester's game plan. And it's challenging when your strength is also your opponent's strength. And it's truly like whoever is better at that style usually wins this fight. Kind of a wayward scramble, though.
Who's going to end up on top?
See, whoever settles first really loses.
Both guys hustling for position. BATRES now with the underhook, and ARLTON able to slip out and take the back.
Yeah, they're both getting a little hasty on some of these scrambles, and they're losing their chance for control. Much easier said than done. I mean, it's really tough, especially when no shirt on. These guys are sweating to get a confirmed grip.
Yeah, man, they're fighting hard. No control just yet for these two fighters.
So this is also where Lester's experience comes in. He's been the distance a couple times. He knows what this feels like. It's a good left hand there from ARLTON. Les ate it well. And then same thing, anytime they do kind of come to a break, you see Lester with either a body lock or a deep underhook. and the more you know, advantageous cage control.
There you see Lester Sr. calling for the shoulder bump. See if he can take the back. Slips out to the back.
That was an Uchimata attempt. Uchimata translates to inner thigh. That's an inner thigh throw. It's a judo throw, very common, but Arlton, he didn't have the grips for it, and he almost, you know, threw himself to his own back.
Yeah, man, sometimes those high risk, but also high reward. Sometimes it pays off, but if it doesn't, man, you're in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Double underhooks now for Alton.
You know, and like, you know, it looks like he was going for that haragoshi, which is a hip wheel. It's not a judo throw. And I don't speak Japanese, I just know a couple judo terms. But same thing, that one he kind of forced and didn't really have the best connection, and he got his back taken. I mean, you got to really manage risk versus reward. There are a few takedowns that, if done incorrectly or countered correctly, you end up on bottom. You know, whereas like a single leg's not really the same thing.
A lot of grappling exchanges in this main event between these two 55-pounders. Short time left in the second round. And those grappling exchanges eat up a lot of the clock. And right now, those heavy hips of ARLTON Ardrey has paid off. End of the second. Curious to see how much urgency both fighters will come out with in this second round. I mean, in this third and final round.
You know what? Maybe Arlton knows Lester Jr. has a good low kicking arsenal, which he used in his last fight. Perhaps that's why he's southpaw. Big high kick there from Arlton. Or maybe he just loves the power shots in the southpaw stance.
Though that kick was blocked, I mean, those kicks, man, have so much power that the force goes through those hands will knock you back.
Oh, sure. I mean, I've seen that plenty of times. Guys get knocked out with their hands up on a high kick.
And as you said, you've broken dudes' forearms with that shin bone. Nothing to play around with.
Oh, and a big high kick there from Les Jr.
Arlton having success here from the southpaw position. BATRES answers back. Maybe looking for pummeling. I thought he was probably going to possibly go for like a wizard throw there.
Keep your base, son. Keep your base. Put your head down. Pull that jaw. The way you're doing it.
Arlton digging deep, looking if he can get those hips into control, maybe scoop him out from underneath, but BATRES doing a good job in spreading out his weight. It's going to be hard to take him down with his legs like that. And if anything, Arlton's carrying a lot of BATRES' weight with his head underneath him like that.
Yeah, it's really hard to do anything with any power when your head is stuffed, you know, under your shoulders. He got his head out, but at the cost of losing those underhooks.
Might see him transition to a high single leg here. But BATRES is blocking that arm. He's doing a good job in making it a tough takedown for Arlton. Man, this is going to be close. Wish this was a 5-rounder.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great to see.
BATRES' young career, he needs that experience. So we'll see if he's maybe up for a title shot in his next outing.
You know, if Lester can maybe finish this round with a takedown, you know, Arlton definitely was ahead in the first half, but Lester reversed it right at the perfect time. Now let's see what he can do with that reversal.
It's been a good grappling match. We've been seeing a lot of bangers earlier on in the night in our main event.
See, Les got his hands together. He'll probably finish this takedown. That's going to be very important here.
He's just like right there. He's going to scoop. Oh, cage grab right there.
Oh man, that changed that exchange.
That saved him. He was right there. Referee missed it. Damn. Hate to see that.
I mean, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, the fight could arguably be won with this takedown. Les goes from that double leg to a high C. Arlton's going for a reversal. We at the gym call a submit mixer. Unsuccessfully.
Man, who do you give this one to? If Lester's unable to score this takedown, who do you give it to? This is going to be a close one. Wow. Short time left. Who can leave a lasting impression in the eyes of the judges? And our main event goes the distance. Lester BATRES Jr., ARLTON Ardrey go the distance.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of combat, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All three judges score the fight 29-28, declaring your winner by unanimous decision, ARLTON ARDREY!
And ARLTON Audrey hands Lester BATRES Jr. his first defeat. Improves to 2-1. The 25-year-old will walk away with a victory here tonight. Wow. How do you think of that one, Alex?
Well, yeah, it looks like they gave ARLTON the second and third round, and that's okay. Both those rounds were super close. You know, these amateurs, they're in it for the experience. You know, I know Lester's not too banged up, neither is ARLTON. They'll probably be back in the gym next week.
Fury Amateur Series 37 to a close. Houston, we want to thank you for coming out to join us this evening. We know you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with us, and for that, we sincerely thank you. We hope you have a safe drive home. Thanks for coming out. God bless you. Good night.